Morning, guys. This is absolutely perfect weather. If it was like this every single day, this would be just heaven on earth. It's maybe 68, 70, low humidity. I mean, it feels so nice today. Yesterday was the same way. We're in for a couple days of this treat. So, I'm going to be working in the garage today since I won't be sweating my butt off. See if I can get that all wrapped up. And it'll help get rid of these two big boxes. These are insanely heavy cabinets. They're about 100 pounds per box. I'm going to just put them on a towel and drag them out to the garage to build. Other than that, I'd have to unbox them and take pieces through the house. Really heavy stuff. I don't know how the UPS guy got that up there. It says, two-man lift, extremely heavy on the sticker and all that kind of good stuff. I can't even pick them up to walk them around here. I have to kind of waddle them along the floor. Anyway, something I want to do back here also. A little bit more along this line. We do have some leeway. Focus camera, it's focusing on the screen. We do have some leeway on maintaining the lot edges here. This is all nature preserve and we can't do anything to it, right? But we do have to keep our lot looking nice. And they actually got a letter next door because they weren't touching it enough. And they said it was encroaching and looking too wild. So all of these things sticking up, when they're fresh, they actually look pretty cool. They kind of look like cat's tails up north, but they're weeds. They're just flat out weeds. And they start to die and they look brown and ugly. And I also have these weeds, these couple patches of them that are brown and dead. And they've died sometime in the last couple weeks. So those look like crap. I would love to get back there and just weed whack all that down because right behind all that is the pond. And it's really nice looking. It's all fresh. It's got obviously water. So if I can just weed whack just this line, like right here, that would be really good. So I'm charging up all the weed whacker batteries. We'll see how far I can get. I used up the last bit of a battery I had, and it does go right through it with line, but I'm gonna put on the solid choppers. The weed whacker has both the regular line feed and these two attachments that are just basically big, hard plastic blades for going through the tough stuff. So you don't have to, waste money on line. We'll see how it does. This should help go through it real quick. So that's what one little battery gave me. This was just a battery from the power drill, not even the weed whacker one. Got that one charging. I gotta find my other chargers. While everything's charging up, I'll run over to Lowe's real quick, get those S hooks so I can finish the hammock and get the new screen door latches. And I guess I need to stop at the auto store and get a code. Wonderful. Picking up a little cheap brush just to do these touch-ups so I'm not having to wash the good one so much and found two S hooks. They're not quite hammock hooks. Hammock hooks are straight. These are slightly bent in, but I'll bend one. That's so it can go in the tube and not put a pressure point on and try to bend the metal of that. It'll set with better contact. Looking for the screen door parts. I found some stuff. They've got the latch. I don't need that. I need the actual lever. This is reason number one why I don't like Lowe's. They split things over multiple departments. Oh look, more striker plates. Completely different aisle. Same thing with plumbing. They split bathroom stuff between 3 different sections. Plumbing, bath fixtures, and bath accessories. Completely different areas of the store. So I had to ask to find this little cubby hole. May as well get a screen roller too while I'm here, since I definitely need to fix parts of the screens, and this makes it a whole lot easier than trying to do it with a screwdriver. Well, we found the area for auto parts. We've got Advanced Auto Parts, AutoZone, and Pep Boys right here. I'm partial to AutoZone, just like the way their stores are, and usually have friendly staff and know what they're doing. So the code came back actually with 2 codes, same potential issue. We have a small and a very small leak in the evaporative system, the AC system. I didn't even know the computer checked for that, but apparently it does. So it's blowing fine. If it's small, it's really small because it's not affecting operation, at least yet. I'm not going to do anything with this today, but I'll look it up online, see if it's a common sensor glitch. I'll look for an AC place. Some of them have, you know, free checkups, and if there is a leak, they probably find it quicker than I will. And one heavy-duty padded hammock. Beautiful. During the morning and early afternoon, it's in shade, and when the sun creeps over here, you've got the umbrella. Very nice. Got an extra capacity charged up. Let's go ahead and weed whack some more. Another battery down. It's getting there. If I can just get out those big dead ones, might have to cut those down manually real quick. The trimmer's not quite going through that stuff, but got rid of all that weed line. If I can get rid of these dead ones, I'll have a nice view of that pond. Before I start cutting down weeds, I wanted to throw on one of the new door latch assemblies. Unfortunately, they are completely different dimensions as to where everything needs to be drilled, and I don't really feel like drilling through the door, and there's not too much leeway I have anyway. It really needs to come left about a ½ inch, but I don't have any clearance to do so with the latch assembly here. It uses a totally different kind of striker plate assembly, pretty much just a little ledge, and there's even a small one included, doesn't fit through here. So my thought is just take off the strikers. These doors stay shut. This one actually has a little interference fit down below, but it closes fine. They don't blow open, and we don't have kids, so we don't even need them to latch. So I'm going to take this back off. This is a new one. Put the old broken one back on just because it doesn't matter, and save myself 20 bucks and take those two back. I already took the striker off the other side. Works fine. That's looking better. Everything left is in water. I gotta wait until it dries up a bit. But the good part is everything left is not obstructing the view of the water. Now I can actually see the whole pond line. This is like marsh from here to here. It drops off sharply right after the lawn. Goes down about 2 feet. So that whole area is pretty much a little flood pond. That looks a lot better. And now it's shower time, because that took about an hour by hand. And I'm beat. I just hosed myself off. I was covered in those little seeds and the pollen and everything. It just, it was everywhere. Whew, I need a nap too. You know, when the AutoZone guy was telling me about this code, and he was saying, yeah, we've got the dye you can put in the AC and a special flashlight to try and look for a leak, blah, 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 blah. It just, something was niggling at me. I Googled. Sure enough, this isn't about the AC system. It's about the EVAP system. Duh, evaporative emission system. And emission system should have tipped me off. It's probably just a fuel cap needing to be replaced. Now, I did fill up a couple times with the engine running, but I've done that a million times before and it's never thrown a code. So I'm thinking it's just a seal on the fuel cap. So I'll try a new fuel cap. All right, I just ordered a new genuine fuel cap and Bluetooth OBD2 scanner and interface. So that'll be useful for other things as well. Daily Amazon delivery just came in. Got a full new set of floor mats for the car for 35 bucks. I eventually wear a hole through my driver's mat just from my heel contacting, and it just wears through. So as soon as it starts to go through the bottom of the mat, I replace it so it doesn't go through the carpet in the car. Cheap there. I can't remember what else I ordered here, and that might be Cigars. That's something I ordered. Unless it's for the wife. 1880 International? I have no idea. We'll take a look. It just says Glen, so not sure which one is that too. This is something cool that I got for the Herf. Let me show you what this is. How cool is that? So we usually play poker, and it's always a complete pain in the ass finding a good table for it. This is heavy-duty neoprene. Great for the cards to sit on, chips to not bounce around, easy to deal on, plenty of space, nice and flat, no seams in the table, nothing for the cards to hit, just a nice playing surface. Rolls up and fits a 6-foot table. Love it. Yep, these are Scotch infused cigars from 1880. These are infused from Macallan 12. I will stick those in the humidor. Actually, it doesn't really matter if they're in glass tubes. You just have to keep them temperature controlled. These are actually plastic. But as long as you have a actual seal, if it's a cheap, like just decorative cap, this one, actually I would not trust this for long term. It's just a plastic cap. But some of the better ones, if you have a wax seal or anything like that, you don't need to take them out. But I'm gonna go ahead and keep these in here because they are infused and I don't want them stinking up the rest of my cigars. So other than that, you can just keep them with the rest of your stuff. With the old, that's what I get right there, is a little wear through. In with the new, good for another 5 years. So looking at the cap and the sealing surface here, it's pretty dry and there's a little bit of a groove. There's no debris, at least none that I can see that would affect it. There's a bunch of just old dried rubber and dirt around the perimeter there, but nothing really on the sealing surface. Maybe a little. Yeah, maybe a little. It's kind of gritty. But this rubber is definitely aged. There's hardly any give. So definitely time for a new cap anyway. And there's check valves in here that can wear too. I think that'll clear the code. Aha! The last package was the speaker mounts for the two rears I'm going to put underneath my desk. Get that done later tonight. Cool. All right, just had dinner, had public subs. Let's shift gears a bit here and work on the garage. I'm going to put the parking blocks over in that corner and I'm going to put one of the cabinets right next to them so you won't really see them. And I don't even think I'm going to use this rack up here. I'll just leave it alone. It's for putting brooms and stuff, but I like them down at the end. So I'll figure something out. Anyway, I need to clear some space and then I'll bring out those two cabinets, drag them out the house door, and build them in here. I need to find my shovel and pry that one up, sweep up all the mess, fill the holes, and see if I want to paint the floor or not. We'll see. Another big load out. I'm sure I'll have a little bit more the rest of tonight. Whew, change of plans. Weather just shifted like it in the last half hour. It is super muggy. I don't know if a front's coming in or what, but it's just thick and sticky. I'm gonna go work inside. These things are kicking my ass. The other two rebars pulled out, no problem. These are really in there. I'm beating on them and beating on them. Got this one almost out. Must have a blob of cement stuck to the end or something. Won't come that last couple inches. This one hasn't even budged yet. I gotta take a break. Starting to feel it in my back. Whew, those cabinets are freaking heavy, man. I will assemble you in the morning. Right now, let's keep going on Ikea. I'm gonna try to just get the big side table done. I think that'll take a good couple hours. If I got the steam after that, I'll tackle the table, but we'll see. I'm gonna start with the entertainment cabinet. Already got the glass door unboxed. I think it looks gorgeous, really heavy duty. There's a shelf somewhere around here and a bag of fasteners. There's the shelf. Fasteners are probably in the kitchen. Where did I see that bag? Nope, I put them in the studio. Let's see what causes that delay when I hit the switch. It's gotta be just the bulbs, but I put LED bulbs in there and they don't have a delay in other stuff. Where did I put that bag? Okay, well, it's here somewhere. Oh, you know what I wanted to do? I'll do it in the morning when I got some better light. All the under cabinet lighting. I'm excited to see that. Okay, anyway, I'll find the bag here. It's got all my fasteners for the cabinet in it. I just saw it. Duh, right on the table. Alexa, turn on the dining room light. She did not hear me. Alexa, turn on the dining room light. There we go. kind of need one a little closer. I don't want to put one in here just for the dining room where I've got it in the office. Obviously it works very well in the office, but it's kind of in the corner. And then the other one's kind of in the corner, works well for the kitchen and living room. Oh well, I'm not spending another $50 just to extend that. Since this is going to be used for my AV equipment, I trimmed a little hole so I can pass through all my cables. You won't see it because these, can't speak. The glass door is black smoked, so that'll be hidden. It'll be right up against the wall anyway, so no light will be coming through, and it's in that little nook, so no big deal there. I was contemplating just not putting the back on, but that might look a little funny. So this will be nice and dark inside. This Bestus series is like the Kallax, very versatile. So this is the basic unit, it's just a frame. You can add shelves, you can use doors, you can use all different kinds of things to go in it, plus these mount different ways. This is the ground mount, so I put feet on. You can mount it directly to a wall, and you can stack them. You can do whatever you want. Different colors, different options for everything too. I am running out of energy. It's almost 10 o'clock. Just got the sideboard unboxed, which took 15 minutes just to get the parts out of all the boxes. I got the entertainment center built. I'll show you guys when it's all finally set up. Have to tweak it once it gets in place, align the door, and all that kind of good stuff. But that looks great. So I bought a bunch of these stop pads, and they're for putting under rugs so they don't slide around on the floor, because in our old house, rugs slid around like an ice rink on the floor, so it was a major pain in the ass. So I got a bunch of these knowing we'd have 3 or 4 rugs, and they're big, so I wanted to make sure I had ample coverage. Yeah, as it turns out, the rugs we got on these floors stay absolutely put. Didn't need any of these. Luckily, they were cheap. I think they were like $5 or $6 each. Oops. Oh well. So I'm gonna take these bunches of boxes out. They're all empty. I think I will go ahead and set up the living room. Get the rug down. That way I can throw out the plastic, because that's gonna go first. Sideboard, I think we'll put on that side. Not sure, maybe that side. That's actually her shoe trunk, but it looks nice. It's a nice piece of furniture. I think it kind of goes well in here. We can put it opposite wherever we put the sideboard. And it's just about the same color, so it matches. And those 2 big boxes are the dining room table. So that's got to come out of here before I put down the rug. And I'd like to get rid of the boxes. So I'm going to go ahead and move those out of the way, put down the rug, at least unbox those. We'll see if it's like a really long assembly. I'll wait till tomorrow, but if it looks pretty quick, like the kitchen table was, I'll go ahead and get that done. Switching gears, back to the rebar. All right, there's no way these are pulling out. There must be a blob of concrete stuck on the end of them that's bigger than the diameter of the hole at the top, because that one came up pretty good, about 4 inches, and then doom, I mean, just hard stop. There's something there. This one only came up maybe an inch, but that's all I needed. So I pulled them up, broke out the Dremel, cut that guy off, tapped it down a little bit, covered up. You'll never know it was there. And same with this guy here. I'm just going to cut him off right now, and there's plenty left for him to go down. And that'll be that. No piece of rebar is gonna beat me. Booyah. So the table is very complicated. Lots and lots of parts. Very heavy duty, but a lot bigger than the kitchen table. So I've got them spread out on the rug to help that lay down. Perfect size. Have a nice border. It'll pull this way just a little bit more. Plenty of room for the sideboard. Everyone's on the rug while they're seated. Plenty of room to even back up on the chairs. That'll work absolutely great. Really fills the space. Okay. I'm beat. It's 11:30. Time for bed. See you tomorrow, guys.